Okay, so what I'm going to do before I decide to remove the existing 4-link setup is remove these inserts and the bushings on all parts, apply the grease which is supplied with the kit, and what that should hopefully do is eliminate all chances of squeal, but also prolong the life of all the surfaces and allow less friction. So what I need to do first is find something to press these inserts out, apply this, and yeah, just press it all back in and it'll be ready to go on the car. Okay, so as you can see here, I've already done one. Just to do this one, just found an old bit of wood and using an extension bar, and it's perfect just to tap these out. Just like that. Okay, so that's the lower link bars. So that's all the inserts removed. And the same with these two. Okay, so I don't know if you can just see there has been some grooves put inside the bushings, and what that is designed to do is hold the grease, so it's always got some form of lubrication. So I'll apply that now, and yeah, I'll reinsert these into the bushings and these will be ready to go on the car. So there's plenty of grease in there. I do have a little bit of extra which I may put in, but otherwise I feel that's more than enough. All those grooves which have been machined are holding grease, so that should be enough to lubricate these and allow no squeal. Okay guys, so now with all the bushes and the inserts greased, ready to go, all I have to do now is adjust the length of this. Now what was recommended on the JSP YouTube channel that John's produced is leave around 4 or 5 threads, and that should give you enough clearance for the installation. So that's what I've done here. And you've got a left-handed locking nut here, the adjuster nut in the centre, and then a lock-off nut this end, which allows it to lock against the aluminium. This is where those spanners, which we had for free, if we pre-ordered this kit, this is where they'll come in handy, because they're thin enough to be able to adjust these when these are installed on the car. So with that said, I'm now going to get the car up in the air and get to remove these original 4-links. Okay, so that was easy enough to get off. As you can see, I have previously polybushed them. The whole underside of my car is polybushed. So these are also polybushes, so I don't have to worry about replacing them or upgrading them. But before I go about fitting the new lower 4-link, I need to get on and install the traction bracket. So I'll open these up, work out which fittings I need, and I'll fit this and then get that on the car. Okay, so when installing these, this little cutout here, you want to make sure it fits behind this bracket when sliding it up, just like that, and it will come to a stop. Now, this hole just here, there's one on the opposite side. You need to use these shorter bolts which are supplied, and if you can, you want to get up inside and you want to install them from the inside out, and then I'll use a washer and a nylon nut which is supplied also, and I'll do the same with the opposite side just here. Okay, so now to install this spacer and the fixing bolt and nut, and this goes in the place of the just there, which is the existing hole for the original link. So yeah, put the spacer in between here, put the bolt through this end, and the locking nut this end. Okay, so with this now in place, you can go ahead and tighten these two bolts and nuts just here, keeping this one loose for now, and just making sure that this plate here is flush against the existing bracket on the car, because it will move. So you just want to make sure that's as far back as it will go. And yeah, I'll nip these two up, and yeah, I'll get the forelink installed. Okay, so 2 bolts and 1 link. As you can just see here, it's not a symmetrical shape. This is the orientation that it needs to be fitted to the car, and an easy way to make sure is to make sure the JSP is the right side up. So yeah, let's get this on. Okay, that went in easier than I expected. So yeah, 1 washer and the bolt, and it goes in from this end. All the way through. And then another washer and the nylon nut. Okay, so leave that loose for now. And then get this one up into there, line the hole up. Same again with that bolt there. Okay guys, so this one here and all of the ones up in here, these are all now very tight. So yeah, I'm going to do exactly the same on the opposite side, and then have a look at the upper links and see if I can get those installed. Okay guys, so there is the second lower link fitted on the traction bracket. Now just to get into here and try and remove the upper. Okay, firstly remove this long bolt, which goes, if you can just about see, in that hole there, which holds the link on that end. And now just remove this one with 2 17mm spanners. Oh. And there's one out. Once again, poly bushed. So yeah, let's try and get the other side out. Okay guys, so I've already done the passenger side, and I'm now onto the driver's side, and I wanted to show you this side just because it's a little bit easier for access for me in the garage. So I'm just cracking off the nuts and the bolts holding on the existing top link. So yeah, hopefully that'll be easy enough to remove, and then yeah, I'll show you how I'm going to install the new top link. Okay, so I find if you get a flat head in there and give it a bit of a pry, it just allows that link to come out that little bit easier with a wiggle. Just like that. So let's get this one in. Okay, so it might be a little bit difficult for me to show you in the position I'm at, but what you want to do is get the link up and over the axle and then lift up the front for the rose joint to go in. And then I am putting the bolt into the rose joint first, lining that up. And then this should line up with the measurement that John suggested of 4 to 5 threads, which the other side went in absolutely beautifully. And yeah, fit this bolt in, tighten them up, tighten these locking nuts up, and yeah, I reckon we can get the car back on all fours. So with this one loosely in place, if you can just about see the rear fixing there, as I lift this up, you can see that the hole lines up absolutely perfect. So yeah, that is those two loosely in place. I will just tighten those up, and then I'll adjust the locking nuts, which you can just see through there. Okay, so what I've just done is using the centre nut, which aligns the rose joint. I just want to make sure that the rose joint is as straight as possible and it's not at an angle. So I've just adjusted that. So what I now need to do is use the other spanner, lock this black nut against this, and then this left-handed lock nut, lock that up so all of it is secure. Right, so with that fitted, that's the 4-link setup done. You can quite clearly see the distance between the top of the axle and the lower part of the top link, and this is what makes this kit brilliant for lowered Ae86s. So it's perfect for my setup with the air suspension. But yeah, fantastic work from John, and this is the first time I've bought some JSP bits, and I'm over the moon. It is absolutely amazing, so I thank John for that. So yeah, traction brackets, lower link bars, and the upper link bars. So yeah, all I'll do now whilst I'm here is give the underside of the car a really good clean, and this will all be ready for its MOT tomorrow. Okay guys, so that is it. All in all, I would say it probably took me around 4 hours to fit, and I am doing it on my garage floor. Whether it would take similar time on a ramp, I'm unsure, but it was an easy enough job to do, so I'm very happy. Thank you once again to John. The quality of the kit is incredible, and yeah, all it needs now is a good test drive. I'll take it out for a few hours once it has its MOT, which is booked in tomorrow. And if that all goes well, yeah, take it out for a couple of hours, as I said, bring it back. I'll double check all the fixings. I'll make sure they're still secure. And yeah, just enjoy the car ready for the summer. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.